how high the maize has grown. To my chest now, and on my shoulder in some places. And still down to my waist in others. Love the noise it makes in the wind. Good patch of nettles here. All sorts of creatures live on nettles. See those shield bugs. Little snails. It's good for butterflies. Nettles. We're in the maize fields again. We're in the maize, aren't we? Eh? You could get lost in this maze. Sorry, butterfly. See, the butterflies love the nettles. Good food source for their caterpillars. Hogweed gone to seed. Let's walk along. Oh, what's this down here? Oh, there's a dead shrew. Looks like a dead common shrew. Yeah. Poor little thing. All the nettles. They're a good food source for many insects also. You see them? Is it cardinal beetle? I always forget. I will have to look it up. When I was a kid, I used to see those beetles and all manner of insects everywhere when I was a kid. In the fields behind the house I used to live, I was a kid where I grew up. Unfortunately, they built houses on them fields. That's another story. The hedgerows are full of brambles. Brilliant brambles. They're great for the bees, look. The bees and the butterflies love the bramble flowers, which will become blackberries. This is a good little nature reserve here along this field margin. Tortoiseshell butterflies, bees, beetles, all types of things, hoverflies. I could have just breezed past all this and not even noticed, like many people probably do. There's going to be lots of blackberries on there. Hello, butterfly. Butterfly. Beautiful. There's going to be lots of blackberries on there. I don't know what type of blackberry they are. Apparently there's over 100 microspecies of blackberries in the UK. That's when sometimes you see big ones and sometimes you see small ones. Also weather conditions contribute, I think, to the size of the blackberry. But when you see brambles you just think they're all the same, but they're all different ones. Or briars, as some people call them. And that little bees there's just honeybees, I think. Beautiful nature, eh? There's a white cabbage, white butterfly. See, these field margins are a lifeline for our wildlife, because everything is in decline all over the world. Creatures of all description. Insects are in a massive decline. Without insects, lots of things will suffer, because they're vital for pollinating, as you know, and they're also a good food source for all sorts of creatures. Come on, Murphy, let's move along, mate. And you see how this maze is really short here. It goes to show you, doesn't it, where the soil in different conditions differ to how things grow. There's some rosebay willow herb. Some people, it's also called fireweed. Murphy is behind me with a big stick in his mouth, too wide to get through the maze passages, rows of maze, and he's flattening it and tripping me up every... Murph, can you just leave the stick and enjoy this walk, please? Like Paddy is. You're a good boy, you Paddy. Eh? As I've said many a time, Murphy, he just has to have something to do. See your old nettles that people hate and get rid of. Full of life. What's on the willow herb then? Another beetle. Another, I think, cardinal beetle. I'm probably wrong. I've got a feeling I'm not quite right on that. See, the bumblebees love the willow herb as well. Yeah, Bumble, sorry. Nearly crashed into the camera. The old currant bun's coming out now. The old currant bun, the sun, as they say in Cockney rhyming slang. I don't know why I've said that, because I'm not even a Cockney. Nowhere near London. Thought the seeds might fall off. Not quite ready. See, all the native plants feed the native wildlife. That's evolution, that's how they've evolved. There are many imported garden species of plants that will also feed our native wildlife, of course. They're a related species to the wild ones. You know, there's a couple of mating there. It's all going on. This is where this is the pickup joint where they all meet up with each other and do the business, eh? This is the bar, pickup bar. Get a bit of nectar and a bit of nookie at the same time. God, they're all at it. There's quite a few of them. I don't know if you're picking this up on the camera. Cool. I'm tripping out on wildlife and insects and plants. I have tripped out on certain plants before. Not these days. See how valuable, you see how valuable these strips as a common blue butterfly. Oh, you're not going to see it now, it's just gone inside the bush. Holly blue butterfly, rather. Brimstone butterflies over there. Oh, he's gone. I'd never make a BBC David Attenborough wildlife cameraman, would I? What a job that would be, eh? I wish. If only back in the day. Only back in the day if I'd have known. Eh? Look at this. This is convolvulus, a bindweed, common bindweed with a white flower. That's a beautiful flower. It's also called moonflower because the white flower shows up in the dark. Another good favourite of insects. And it's also quite a pest in people's gardens. People really don't like it because it's called bindweed. And it wraps around everything in the garden. All your plants and bushes and people don't like it. It's really hard to get rid of. Go dig, 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 every little last bit of root out. Look at the colours on these docks. Lovely orangey tinge, reddish tinge rather. Of a burny red, sort of a fiery red. Now we're not far from suburbia. Oh, look at this. What's going on down here? What's with all this cobweb? This cobweb construction going on here. There's a fly on it anyway. Not quite sure. There was a dog panting in my ear roll as I was bending forward to film it as well. And if you caught that. Thank you, Paddy. That was lovely, you panting in my ear roll. I felt a bit of saliva flick off as you walked away. Lovely. Oh look, there's a dog just lying in the pathway. Just lying there. Wonder why he's lying there. Is there a stick in there, is there, Murphy? Well, I'm not going in there to go and get it. Come on, boy. Come on, my mate. Hey, what are these butterflies? Oh, when you see something interesting, it's soon gone. If they didn't cut these hedgerows every year, there'd be even more wildlife in here. They cut them sort of every couple of years, every 2 or 3 years, I don't know. Because they do trim them right back. Unfortunately, they do it in the autumn, or end of summer, autumn, when there's berries on it, and they cut all the berries off. And other things that are food source for wildlife in the winter. Wish they'd let them grow a bit more, because they've left a good margin around these fields. Well, they could leave more, but it's obviously helping. Not sure what happened to this poor old oak tree. Did it get struck by lightning? Or was it deliberately burnt? Possibly struck by lightning. Yeah, we're not too far from suburbia. Just over there, over there, over there. Houses. What's Paddy? Yes, I'm not throwing the ball and I'm not throwing the stick. We've got plenty of time for that and we've been doing it already. Now, it's time for walking and me talking to myself holding a phone. I'm doing my best to ignore the pair of them for the moment. Because sometimes you just miss so much when you're walking along. You've got distractions from your dogs or other people who just walk around looking at their phones all the time. People don't even know what's around them. Come on, Murph. Come on, Paddy. We go back this way. Good lads. This way, Murph. Well, you either come this way or you get left behind then, mate. The path's a bit wider here, more people walk down this bit. The hedge is really high. Over the other side of there is an allotment where people grow their fruit and veg. I dare say, as long as they're organic, I hope they are, organic, a lot of this wildlife could benefit them as well. So people spend a lot of time fighting against nature. Should try a bit more of trying to live with it and work with it. It's unfortunately this planet is just being absolutely ruined by people. And I'm a human being myself and I've contributed to it. Hey, let's get heavy. It's very breezy now. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll talk up. If you think I'm sounding like a robot, it's because I'm trying to get heard. We've got some people coming up in the distance, so I may lower my phone because people don't want cameras pointing at them. I look across the fields, there's the Waterworks Tower, familiar scene in this area, familiar landmark. The thing is with this maze, you can see people, but you can't see what dogs they got with them until you're right in front of them. So I'm going to have to be kind of prepared. My dogs are usually fine, most dogs, as long as the dogs are fine with them. But they seem to, even then they seem to find a way of, it's okay, I know this dog is, it's alright. They're gentle enough with this dog. It's a nice dog. So we'll just breeze past. Alright there.
Oh yeah,
All right.
you alright?
Yeah, all right.
You alright?
Yeah, thanks. Phew. Them women wouldn't have wearing some perfume. Oh, bloody hell. I could smell them. Smell them from quite a distance before they even got near me. Find that. Especially in the summer, women don't have to pile on the scenty stuff, don't they? I've just noticed something around these field margins. The briars are going yellow around the edges of the field, which says to me, not just the briars, some of the other plants going yellow, which says to me that pesticide has been sprayed on this field. Oh dear. See, that's a big problem, you know, because it doesn't just kill off any bad things, it kills off good things. Herbicide, probably, or rather not pesticide, herbicide, weed killer basically. They spray it to kill off any competing plants amongst the crops. Quite understandable. You see? You see how the plants are dying off amongst the maize. Quite a long video, I think this might be turning into. We'll call it a day soon. We're getting near the park now. Well, a gap in the hedge where people cut through to the park. And we cut through to the park. Saw a dragonfly earlier on. Didn't have my phone out. I love dragonflies, they're amazing. The way they move. Side to side, up and down, backwards and forwards, in reverse. The way their eyes move all around in different directions when they're sat still. Prehistoric insect. Amazing. Wish I could film one now. Maybe some other day. Whoa, it's got windy now. Don't know if you can hear me. I'm going to go in the park and have a quick look. No kids playing football or basketball. So the dogs will be leaving people in peace then. It'll be all about me and the ball. So we'll leave it here for now. Bye bye, hope you enjoyed. I did anyway. See ya, bye for now.